right, take a look at this. This was then President Obama's bus last August making its way through the Midwest. And look at this. This is now President Obama's bus with a seemingly new accessory front and center. We're talking about a presidential seal. It's a bold reminder as he kicks his campaign into full gear in Ohio, a major battleground state to be sure, that he and his rival Mitt Romney, they are both trying to win in order to become president, at least in his part to remain president of the United States, Romney's part to become president of the United States. The Romney campaign, though, is trying to steal a bit of the thunder in the area. The president certainly didn't shy away from mixing policy with politics, taking key action just hours before his speech to help bolster the economy. Our White House correspondent Dan Lothian is traveling with the president in Ohio right now. Dan is joining us with the very latest. What is the very latest, Dan?
Well, we're here in Sandusky. This is the president's second official stop, but the reason that this event has not gotten underway yet is because the president made two unscheduled stops, one at a farmer's market, another one at a diner on the way here. This is a state that the president is leading his opponent Mitt Romney in by 9 points, but it remains a very competitive race. So the president getting out there, meeting voters face to face, hoping that he can hang on to this state come November.
It's a more retail-style approach, but unlike the president's other official bus trips last year, this one has campaign written all over it. There's a big presidential seal on the door, and the venue in the small city of Maumee, Ohio, has been carefully staged. White picket fences, a large American flag, and a soft story about his daughter.
And then it was Malia's birthday yesterday. See, when she was small, I could say all these fireworks I had arranged for her birthday. But she doesn't believe me anymore.
But his speech turned tough when the president took on his opponent's business experience.
Governor Romney's experience has been in owning companies that were called pioneers of outsourcing. That's not my phrase. Pioneers of outsourcing.
It's a message that resonates with this crowd. Unemployment in Ohio is below the national average of 8.2%. But the people in this city have experienced the highs and lows of the manufacturing industry, from GM and Chrysler on life support to a recovery and new investments in the region that the president said were possible because of his administration's auto bailout.
Governor Romney said we should just let Detroit go bankrupt.
That's what he said.
I refuse to turn my back on communities like this one.
And as if on cue, although the campaign denies political motivation, the administration is filing a complaint with the World Trade Organization against China for alleged unfair tariffs on some American-made autos.
But we're going to make sure that competition is fair. That's what I believe.
While the president was making that case and defending his economic policies, not far away, Romney surrogates were knocking down what Mr. Obama was playing up. Former presidential candidate Tim Pawlenty and Louisiana Governor Bobby Jindal are on their own bus tour shadowing the president.
His presidency has been a losing hand for Ohio and for America.
We know that we are not better off than we were 4 years ago.
The president says the Republicans don't have real solutions and that a full recovery will take time. The president will make a total of 6 scheduled stops in 2 key battleground states. Following a final event in Parma near Cleveland, the president will visit Poland, Pennsylvania, and Pittsburgh on Friday.
Now, in addition to those Romney surrogates, we noticed something else this morning at that first stop. Before the president arrived, there was a small plane towing a large banner around the venue there. And on that banner, it said Romney 2012. Now, Wolf, one other matter on the China filing by the administration, this complaint at the briefing or at the gaggle on Air Force One this morning, reporters peppered Jay Carney, White House spokesman, the questions about the timing, saying that this has to be more than just a coincidence. But he pushed back hard, saying that this was something that was in the works for months.
I'm sure he did. All right, thanks very much. Dan Lothian on the scene for us in Ohio.